so expensive for staying at room 13. Usually airy and usually buried, and that's just how my life goes. And I don't ever try to dress to impress. Fuck you, preppy asshole. On the 14th floor where the bathroom door don't lock. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the police mix, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's spent the sound of bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on a deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 191 of Fired Up Sports. Check us out at firedupsports.com. Listen, I know it was 191 episodes in, but like that song, it's been a while since I mentioned it. It gets me fired up every time. No pun intended. I'm Mike Gilletto. Joining me as always, Dom Console. What's going on, man?
We're battling the elements this week. I have the hiccups. Well, I think they're gone now. But before the show started, I got a good 10, 12 minutes of just like I sounded like I'm on a bumpy road. But
you were going through it for sure.
I was, yeah.
But
Jordan had the flu game. I had the hiccup show. So
you're right. So if it happens, we're just gonna let it happen. All right. So if you're listening, there's no hiding it. It's just gonna happen.
correct.
So, your boy finally went yard.
And where did he go yard? Did you see?
Opposite field.
Oppo Papo. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna say anything about it being in a minor league stadium, but he still has yet to hit a home run in a major league ballpark this year. I'll just say that.
Sure. Is this a minor league or is this a spring training?
Spring training. I think it's spring training technically.
Okay. Because I think the A's play in an old minor league stadium, but I wasn't sure 100% if it was.
I think because I believe they're playing in the Yankees spring training facility.
Yeah, because they were saying they didn't have to do too much maintenance, in terms of like painting because they're the same colors.
Right, but I know like I think it's going to be just the one season, or is it multiple seasons they're going to be here? Because like they went.
I think it's just this season.
Because they went through like I remember hearing during spring they ripped everything Yankees related down, and like even as far as like the clubhouse, like they took down everything that had said Yankees on it. Which I
don't know. Maybe the Yankees don't use this anymore. I don't know, or maybe they're going to put it all back up. I don't know. Not my business, but
either way, your boy went yard for the first time this season.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. It took this long to get his first home run.
Well, that's what happens when you're not very good.
I'm not that good.
Right.
I mean, listen, it happens.
I guess.
I mean, listen, bring up Otto Kemp. I think that's the theme recently. Listen, I'm not saying Otto Kemp's going to be like the savior of the team, but like he's playing his ass off right now.
Right, and like he might give them a shot in the arm. Not that I think that they I mean, you could always use a shot in the arm, but like he might be able to come up and help a little bit, even if it's just for a couple weeks.
You know what stat I heard? You might have heard this stat as well. The Phillies are the only team in Major League Baseball that has not had a player make his MLB debut this season. It's
kind of crazy that it's like May and like every other team has though. Does that seem weird? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess like some of these teams are like have like a relief pitcher that
right.
Like I think Boston. I think it was like 3 or 4 other teams had a guy come up, make his MLB debut, start, and then they send him back down.
Yeah.
So like I guess it happens, but yeah, I did see that though.
It's interesting to me.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I don't think it's like lack of spots. Like maybe lack of starting spots. Like I'm not saying Otto Kemp's going to be the replacement for Alec Bohm. Like they're not going to put Alec Bohm on the bench for Otto Kemp.
Right.
But like just platoon spot start here and there.
Did you see? He played a little bit. I think he played a little bit of left field.
Kemp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other day.
And they could definitely use some outfield help as well.
Yeah. But like I don't know. Do you think that's the best thing for him? Like, is coming up and playing twice a week. If it is third base, like I don't know. I think they want to try to keep him down there to play every day, and then once they really like, let's say Bohm gets hurt tomorrow, like or maybe not tomorrow, but like next week or something. I think they want to keep him fresh, and I think there's a little bit of that too.
Yeah, but I don't know if like he's at the point in his career, his life, where like you're worried about damaging his development. Like, because he's 25 years old, like he's not he's not going to get much better than the player he is.
No, I know, but I think any guy is worth just keep. I don't think it hurts because they're winning games. Bohm has been okay lately. I just think it's smarter to keep him. Keep the at bats unless he's going to come up here and play left field. And Kepler's been playing pretty well too.
Kepler's been fine, but that's a problem right now. They have a lot of fine.
I mean, they're winning games. Like,
yeah. But
yeah.
What's their record right now? Again, it's too early to talk standings of record and all that. They're not lighting the world on fire. Like they're fine.
You want their overall record or what they've done the last week and a half, 2 weeks?
Overall record.
They're 19-15. Yeah, 19-15.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
okay,
lighting the world
look
on
at the
fire.
Yankees. They're 2 games above that. Like the Mets are 2 games above that too. Like that's the best teams in baseball are 21 and 14.
Yeah, I guess it's a bad league. I'm just kidding.
It's May.
I'm just kidding. No, I understand that. But I think you can admit this lineup has been, this team in general has been kind of flawed this year so far. They haven't played up to their potential.
No, but
that's
like
fair.
again, like they're still winning games. They're 6-3 in the last 9. Like it's. It takes time to like turn it around. I said it on the show last week. You look at the teams like the Mets last year and the Padres who stunk most of the first half of last year, and then they both made the playoffs and like they hit this stride. Look at the Phillies; they were great last year, and they hit a certain point and they sucked. Like it's just sometimes it just takes a couple guys, a couple teams to get going a little bit. You have Turner who's hitting like over 400 in his last 12 or 13 games. Schwarber's coming around. Harper's coming around. Like, it takes time. The bullpen looks like it's starting to form a little bit.
Yeah, but I still don't trust the bullpen.
No, neither do I. No, neither do I.
Trust the bullpen.
No, they've got a long way to gain your trust back. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying you can't look at this team and say, like, this is the team that's going to make the playoffs. I mean, they make it better, they make it worse. I think that's fair.
Do you see do you see the significance of Thursday?
Yeah, Painter.
Painter makes his first AAA start.
Somebody asked me if I wanted to go see them. Go up there and see it. But I can't. I have something to do Thursday night. But I was like,
it'd be interesting.
Tickets
The place will be packed.
Yeah, tickets are like $30.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn.
I
would like. It's
Have
cool. It's a cool park. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there twice, two or three times.
The best
cool.
minor league park I've been to was the Camden River Sharks. Those games were fucking great.
I never went there.
Really? Dude, the park was awesome.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, the Rays are so bad.
Terrible.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful ballpark. I mean, I haven't been there since probably 2011.
Okay.
So my dad used to live up there, so we went to a few games. And
in 2011, that lineup couldn't have been good. That team.
I want to say the only guy that was like even remotely relevant was Pete Orr.
I don't even remember that name.
He was like an old guy. He like played in like the early 2000s, but like by 2011 he was like probably like 35, 34, and he came up, and I think his name was Pete Orr. He came up for the Phillies in like 2011, 2012. Like was like the last guy off the bench, kind of.
Okay. I'm trying to
I think
look.
it's Pete Orr. Did I
I'm
say
gonna
Pete
s-
Orr?
I'm gonna sort it. Yeah, Pete Orr had 281 at bats. It's not a lot of bats, so he might have got called up at some point
For the
during.
Phillies?
He had 281 at bats this season with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pros.
Okay. Yeah,
So he,
that's the only guy I remember like really like being like somewhat relevant.
so I sorted by at bats instead, like unless you want me to sort by like average or something, but I sorted by at bats. Number 1, Josh Barfield, Delwyn
idea.
Young, Brandon Moss, Rich Thompson,
Who
Eric
was it?
Kratt,
Delman Young?
Delwyn Young,
Oh, okay. No.
Brandon Moss, Rich Thompson, Eric Kratz. I know that name.
Eric Kratz's backup catcher for the Phillies.
Yep.
Yeah.
hmm Kevin Franzen. Look at that.
Okay, there you go.
Pete Orr, Brian Bocock. Going down names that don't. Oh, you know who had 138 at bats this season
Who's
in
that?
2011? That is a former All-Star Dominic Brown.
Okay.
Freddie Galvis had 121 at bats. John Mayberry had 113 at bats.
Okay.
Not
Mayberry was like already established. Probably just like
He
wasn't
was 27 years
enough.
old.
Yeah.
Scott Pasednik was 35.
Scott Pasednik was on that team. Holy shit.
He only had 53 at bats, and he was 35 years old.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Nobody like.
Oh, you know what other 35-year-old had 6 at bats for this team? MLB players love to like hang on.
Yeah.
Placido Polanco was on this team.
That was probably an injury. He was really good in 2012. I was there for his what was it? 2000 career hits.
Oh yeah, maybe it was probably that's probably a good point.
It's probably
like a rehab or
yeah.
something. Yeah, makes sense. Vance Worley. Vance Worley had a couple nice seasons with the Phillies.
Yeah, 2-3 good years.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Another homer. Castellanos.
There you go. Blew the doors off this game. And then one of their top pitching prospects
with this bullpen. With this bullpen, I don't know.
That's true. One of the top Phillies pitching prospects was on this team.
And it wasn't Vance Worley.
No. He was 20. This guy was 22 years old this season. He didn't pan out anywhere. He was terrible. And I don't even know.
Did he come up for the Phillies? Or did they trade him before he came to the majors?
Look to see what he did in his career.
Because I have a name in my head. No, never mind. I think he was traded already. I think he was in the Halliday trade.
So he did play with the Phillies for 3 seasons, but didn't play many games.
They crushed that.
I had 4 seasons, but he was not good. He was terrible.
But he was like highly touted. Like
I think so. Yeah, he was drafted first. He was drafted in the first round, 11th overall in 2007.
What year?
He was technically drafted by the Mariners, though, for what it's worth. But he was a pretty big prospect for the Phillies. Philippe Almont.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Really? He was a pretty big prospect. Yeah.
I'm not saying it wrong. It just does not ring a bell.
It was either Philippe or Felipe Almont.
Yeah. No.
He was drafted in the first round, 11th overall in 2007, and was fucking terrible for the Phillies.
Yeah. If it doesn't sound remotely familiar, then he must have been bad.
Yeah, he only pitched a total of 43 innings in his entire major league career.
I was wondering if like Aaron Altair was on that team or like
that's
probably a little bit too early for him anyway.
Yeah, I did not see him. I was done the batters that I recognized. Pitcher wise, I don't really see.
But it's a nice ballpark. Or at least when I went, I'm sure it's even nicer now. They do this like corn on the cob thing. Like that's like their meal. Like they put like crab fries. Like what's it like the bay salt or whatever?
Yep. The Old Bay. Yeah.
Old Bay. Yeah. They put like that on there and like other stuff. When I was like, how old was I in 2011? Like 14. I wouldn't have eaten that, so I didn't eat it then. But I'd probably eat it now.
Oh, definitely. Gotta try that.
Yeah.
Also, one last name. He made 2 starts this season. I assume this was also rehab. Was Roy Oswalt?
Okay. Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, no, I've heard it's a fun ballpark, good environment, but
yeah, it's like entertainment. Like that's what
sure.
The number one thing is like in between innings they do like crazy shit.
Wacky shit.
Yeah, you know how like Flyers and Sixers games like they fucking shoot out like t-shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Like the Fanatic will come out and shoot out hot dogs and shit. Like
Yep.
they do that every inning, or at least
Right.
back they did.
I'm sure they. I mean,
I
it's,
went for 4th of July, I think I think it was 4th of July fireworks, and they like shot them off on the field, so you
Okay.
just see fireworks going off, and then after like they shot out like t-shirts and everything, just fucking t-shirts flying everywhere.
Oh, nice.
I didn't catch one, but
No, well, no, of course
yeah.
not.
But they like let like my dad I went with my dad, his coworker, and like the coworker's son or something, and me and the son like ran down to like the lower level, to like get t-shirts. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. All that to say that they should bring back the Camden River Sharks. That's all I care about. We got Michael. Michael, where have you been? We missed you.
Mike threw a 300 in bowling.
Did he?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mike.
He posted it on Facebook. It's good shit,
awesome.
man.
That's awesome. Like, I feel like 300, like never, obviously never. Like it's impossible to do.
Clearly not.
Well, it's not. It's impossible
For you and me, yes.
It's impossible for a schmuck like me. But like, you got to think like Michael's been bowling how long? You know what I mean? And he's, how many frames you rack up? Like it took him, this long to get to 300. Like 300's impressive.
Yeah.
Michael, it's been a while since you've joined us. Our new nights tonight, Tuesday nights. All right, just a heads up for future reference. Tuesday nights we do this show now. For anybody that's listening live. Where were we at? But yes, so Andrew Painter makes his first start. 30. What do you say? 36 years he's been bowling. So yeah, that shows how often.
I don't think it's 36 years of bowling. I think he's 36 years old.
Oh, I don't know. What is math? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna math. Maybe he's been bowling out of the womb. I don't know.
Bowling before he could walk.
You're right, exactly. But anyway, Andrew Painter, first start Thursday. I'm excited. To see what he can do.
Yeah.
Because I mean, is it possible he's pitching for the Phillies by June, July?
That I think was the. Oh, okay. I was wrong. I stand corrected. I thought he was okay.
Also, he's 40.
You look younger. I was gonna say you don't look 40.
He's 40, and he was started hurling the ball at 4 years old. Like
there you go.
That's good math, right?
That's impressive. I stand corrected.
That's impressive.
I only the only time I have a hard time admitting that is when Mike proves me wrong, which is very very not often. So
that's not true.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often. What are we talking about here?
Andrew Painter coming up June, July.
Yes, I think that was a timetable anyway.
Yeah.
I think he is on the track to hit that goal. I'm curious, like what his limitations are going to be in AAA, and then what they're going to be when he comes up here eventually. Your dad actually brought something up to me over the weekend.
Okay.
Would you consider putting him in the bullpen if you're going to limit him anyway?
I don't love it. I'll be honest,
Okay.
I don't love it. Just because, like, I want him to have the mind state of being a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball, because like it's a totally different mindset to come out of the pen. Like I prefer to put Painter in the rotation, and maybe you do limit him to I don't know, let's say 70, 80 pitches, right? Like I'd rather that.
I don't know that it's that much though.
What do you think? It's like 40, 50?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna. Let me rephrase. I don't know what it's going to be when he's up here. It's like, what is it now? It's
I don't know.
That, it's probably around.
Did they say
40 to 50 right now?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to change in starting Thursday, or if that's
like in my opinion, like I think you put it what's his name, Painter in the rotation, and you move Suarez to the bullpen.
But what if it is a 3-4 inning cap?
I think I would prefer Well, I don't know. I was gonna say 6-man rotation then.
I
but
was gonna say because the answer. I mean, 'cause that was gonna be the next question because
they
then
don't
you go
like
to
it
the
though.
6-man.
They don't
But
like it,
here's
especially Nola and Wheeler. They don't like it.
I don't think Nola cares as much as Wheeler does, but even if that is true, the way around it is, and everybody's going to have to be on board with it, is you go to the 6-man, but every 5th game have Wheeler pitch. He just will bump somebody. Somebody's
Yeah.
going to bump back one game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Ranger Suarez and Christopher Sanchez and Andrew Painter and who's the last guy?
Walker.
But he's in the bullpen already?
That's right. They did just move him. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Sanchez, Painter, Nola.
Oh, Luzardo. Like
Luzardo,
you guys are not Nola or Wheeler. You guys have not been in the league for 10 plus years, like both of them. Like it unfortunately, you're gonna
Nola
have
has
to.
not as long as Wheeler, but pretty close.
No, I said Nola and Wheeler. I'm saying those
sorry.
two.
Yeah,
Outside of those two guys,
Yeah.
like unfortunately, it's a seniority thing, and the other 4 guys are gonna have to. It is what it is. You just have to wait an extra day.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of with the 6-man to keep everybody happy.
I don't think it'll happen.
The 6-man or that?
The 6-man.
Probably not. Although, like, there is chatter about it though. Like, so, like, I don't know.
No, or I don't know. I still think I would rather the 5 and then have Painter start, even if it is 4 to 5 innings, and then you kind of maybe you don't even give Suarez that many innings in the bullpen the other 4 games or whatever, and you just kind of have a quote unquote opener. Like you have Painter start the first 4 innings, and then you go to Suarez right after that for a couple.
Yeah, I just thought of that too.
Yeah.
That could be a thing too, but I don't know that it's going to be. I mean, they're going to do an inning / pitch count thing. If he's at 80 pitches in the 4th inning, like they're going to take him out. But if he's at 80 pitches in the 7th inning, like 6th inning, 7th inning, then they'll take him out. I think so. Yeah, I'm interested. I'll be. I don't know how we could watch or if you could watch, but Thursday,
I'm sure you'll be able to at some point.
But I'll be checking in somehow. So should be. It's exciting.
Yeah,
Guy we've been waiting for a few years is like, and looking like he has the stuff. So it's the first of those like the dominoes to fall kind of. The Andrew Painters and the Crawfords and the Ada Millers and even this catcher that will be here in a couple of years.
Eduardo Tate.
Yeah, I think he's like 2 years away. So that it's just kind of the first domino of the next wave.
Yep.
It's like phase 2 of the Avengers.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. These.
Yeah, I don't know if the Phillies are actually Avengers. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
They're more like DC.
yes.
More like Justice League.
Yes. Like the Suicide Squad. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Because that was not a good movie, by the way.
I thought it was okay.
Really? I didn't like it at all.
I thought it was okay. I saw it in theaters, actually. I thought it was okay.
I'm talking about the first one, not the remake.
Yeah.
Wasn't there 2 of them?
A remake?
It was either a remake or a sequel. I don't remember.
The one with Will Smith. I don't know.
Yeah, that one sucked. I didn't like it.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I just read that I don't know when his last start was, but it seemed like the middle of April or something. I don't know if that's how long he is between his starts or whatever down there, but it sounds like he was at like 3 innings, 50 pitches. That's his current limit. Now he could ramp up to 60 to 70. I don't know, but
yeah,
that's what he was his last start.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see.
So I imagine
we'll see Thursday.
Right, exactly. Yep, pretty much. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about with the Phillies? I mean, I feel like we pretty much covered that.
No, I think we kind of touched all the bases. It just kind of feels like everybody's starting to get, a little hot here and there.
A little bit.
Harper's starting to hit the ball. Stott, Turner's got the hitting streak. Bones
Kirking's trying his best to make this game interesting.
Right. Kepler, Castellanos, Rojas. I mean, it's looking like it's coming together a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a discussion I want to have, but we don't have to have it tonight.
I mean, we can't. What's it about? What is it?
JT.
I was about to ask. I actually was about to ask that before I got sidetracked. What's your
Now,
what do you want to discuss?
I know he's having a down year for JT. I
The
think
last
he's
couple,
having a
he's kind of
yeah,
he's
agreed.
he slid. Yeah,
But like, I still think he's a serviceable catcher, and I still think that it's very, very hard to find a guy that's going to give you either equal to or better than uh 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 production. With that
well,
being said, go ahead.
Michael asked the question. We did not talk about it yet. We will get to it.
Yeah, we have not talked anything Flyers. We will, Michael. If I could tell you anything in this world, I could make a promise, and any promise in this world tonight is we're trying to get to the Flyers.
We'll
I
get
just
there.
want to get
We'll
to my
get there.
JT
We'll get
point,
there. Yeah, go
and
ahead.
then we will get to the Flyers. And the absolute joke the NHL is.
Yes.
So yeah, so I don't know. I think even if this is the best you're gonna get of JT, I think he's worth keeping for the next 1 to 2
And
years.
Till you get Tate ready to
Yeah.
be the guy.
Right. And hopefully he is the guy. Like hopefully he does.
Well, if he's not, you got problems. You need.
Well, yeah,
need him
you
to
just
be the
look
guy.
else. You just look elsewhere. But like,
Yeah, because like Marchand ain't it, or Marchand. however you say
no,
it. He's
no,
not it. He's not it.
he certainly is not.
He's not definitely not it.
He is not.
But yeah, no, it's I agree with you that like he's kind of the because this is final year, right? Or does he have 1 year after this?
This is his final year.
Yeah, his final year. Because he's obviously not the guy he was 3, 4, 5 years ago, right? And to be honest, I think his defense has actually slipped too. Not just his bat.
Yes.
I don't think he's been as good
Did
defensively.
you see the two steal attempts he tried to throw the guys out? What was it? Sunday.
I saw the one. I saw the one went into center field. That one.
It's just like the throw just had like a curve on it, and it just because now the whole league does that bounce thing where they he did that on purpose, but like you just see the ball just travel like on like a 150-degree angle. It was just like it just went the other way. But it happened twice that game.
Mm-hmm.
Stott was the first one, and Turner was the second one. But he got caught stealing tonight. Like he has lost maybe 2 steps.
Yeah. But the thing is, what else is out there? I'd have to look at like because if you could find a better stopgap, I'm interested, I guess. But I just don't know that you're gonna find one.
I agree.
So maybe you sign him to a cheaper because he's not gonna make the same money, obviously. So maybe you sign him to a cheaper 1 or 2 year deal until Tate's ready.
Yep,
I agree with you. Oh, another upcoming free agent. Kyle Schwarber. What are you thinking?
I mean,
extend him.
Listen,
how much money?
Love Schwarber, right? I love Schwarber. I just don't think you can overpay for a 33-year-old DH.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, you're not going to overpay for a DH in general, but like at the same time, I mean, the guy leads the entire. Well, I don't know if Judge has more, but I think he leads the NL in homers. I mean, the guy rakes at Citizens Bank Park. I think he's the glue of this team. He's the captain of this team. He's a winner. I just don't know how you let him go. He's a fan favorite. Like, I just don't know how you let him go. But at the same time, it's got to be at the right price.
Do you think he gets on the open market more money, less money, or about the same?
I don't know. I just don't know what the Phillies are willing to offer.
How many home runs?
I had an idea.
Right
12, I think. I think he just hit 12 tonight.
Say he ends up with what's his career high? 46.
Yes.
Say he ends up with 40 plus.
How much do I think he's going to get?
Yes. Right now he makes.
What does he make? 20. He makes
Yep.
20. So 20 per. So
I think he gets more than that.
I think that it's possible he gets less per. Or I'm sorry. I think it's possible he gets more per.
But 1 or 2 years.
A short contract. Yeah.
I can see that.
Like 25 a year, but like 2 years.
Yeah.
Because like the worry now is like he's a Midwest guy. Like, where did he start? Chicago. What's Chicago doing? They're on the uprise a little bit here. Go back to a place that I started my career. I won a World Series with. They could really use a left-handed power hitter. So letting him hit the open market for teams like, the Cubs and Cleveland and teams that could really probably use a guy like him. I don't think you can let it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm curious to see what they do there. Especially, I think it really matters on what happens this season.
Yeah, of course.
Because like if they end the same way that the
Well-
last two have ended, whether it's Schwarber's fault or not, it might not be. But you got to have some sort of shakeup.
Yeah, but I don't think he's the shakeup though.
Well,
Like,
you're not gonna
you
you're
can
not gonna
have
get
shakeup.
anything. Yeah, but like I don't know if getting rid of Alec Boehm is gonna shake anything up.
Well, I mean, they're going to get rid of the manager.
Well, sure, yeah,
That's going to be the big shakeup. It's
sure.
I mean, if he hits 40 plus homers, 50 homers, like, I mean, I don't think it's Kyle Schwarber's fault. I think it's a guy you keep around. I think it's there's a couple other guys like keeping Brandon Marsh around and
Yeah, I just don't know that any of the lower level guys are big enough shakeups.
Yeah, but I don't think the shakeup is we have to get rid of Alec Boehm because Alec Boehm doesn't do anything because he's just not good enough. I think the big shakeup is replacing him with a big name guy.
Sure, yeah.
That's what I think it is.
That's fair.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I think you really got to try to figure out how to keep him no matter how the season ends. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yep. We certainly will. All right, on to a different topic we have today. The Flyers get royally boned. But listen, starting next season, the
know what they
Flyers
say?
what's
Don't-
that?
Don't drink and drive.
Yes.
Don't drink and bone.
Right. Well, why not?
You know what that's from?
I don't. What is that
Knocked
from?
Up. It's from Knocked Up.
What scene is that in?
When
Why
they're
do I not
when they
remember
when they leave the baby store and they run into her friends and she's like kind of embarrassed by him and he goes, oh hey,
That's right,
I'm her boyfriend, and they're like, oh, nice to meet you. Like, yeah, she's pregnant, and they're like, oh my god. He's like, yeah, you know what they say, don't drink and drive. Well,
That's
don't
right.
drink and bone.
Great movie. But listen,
Some
the
would say
Flyers.
godlike.
Yes, some would. The Flyers and Sixers will no longer be playing games at the Wells Fargo Center starting September 1st.
Because both teams are crumbling and will no
Well,
longer.
yes, but starting September 1st, it will be the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Get this shit out of it. That name's awful. It's a terrible name.
I don't think it's that bad. It's give or
It-
take.
Wells Fargo Center, yeah, it's a corporate name, but like it just rolls off the tongue so much easier than Xfinity Mobile Arena. Yeah, no, I get that. They're all corporate
Except like
names.
Yankee Stadium and like Wrigley Field.
Yes, I know. You're cutting it
Get
now.
them.
What's going on with your mic over there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
Good now. Yeah, I mean they're all corporate names except
They are-
Dodger
they are.
Stadium and Wrigley Field
No, I
and Yankee
understand.
Stadium.
Yes.
And sorry, I just want to
Fenway
make my
and
point
Fenway.
again.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
No,
Fenway.
I get your point, but I feel like Wells Fargo Center rolls off the tongue better than Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Well, it's all right. Can you hear me?
You cut out again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yep.
Good.
Good.
It should be Verizon. No, it's
What's going on with your cord over there?
no, I don't know.
Unplug it and plug it back in. Let's see if we can fix these issues live on the show. Michael's dying to hear us talk about the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
How is this?
That sounds good right now.
Okay. I'll try to be like a statue and not move. Yeah, I don't know. We could call it the
The
fin.
X?
The
The
fin.
fin?
Yeah.
The fin?
The
Yeah,
fin.
like the Farg?
Yeah.
The fin. Or just the X. But like, why not just do like the Xfinity Center? Boom. Like, it was obviously going to be named something to do with Comcast or Xfinity. Like, that was logical.
I was here for the Wawa, but I think Wawa is holding out for Citizens Bank
When's that end?
soon. I don't know if it's next year. It might be in the next few years. My guess is Citizens Bank is going to probably be here through the All-Star game next year, but
Harper's so back.
he homered.
No.
Oh.
A little single, but he's still back.
You made that sound like he hit it.
That's the type of hit that, like, again, it's a 7-3 game. Like, that's a meaningless hit, but you could tell when he starts doing that, you could tell he's seeing the ball better.
Yeah, of course.
Because he knows what he's doing with it. He's not trying to kill it. He's just putting the ball in play, getting contact.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, Wells Fargo Center is like, what, 4 or 5 syllables. Xfinity Mobile Arena is like fucking 15. I think it's literally like 9, but still.
Yeah,
Too
but
many syllables.
but it's not like there's like 2 stadiums still, and you're like, where do they play tonight? Like when we had the Spectrum, like
Yeah, but people
what
know
I
what
mean?
the Spectrum and Center, like they're different.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's not like when you remember you used to get tickets to the game, and you were like, where are they playing tonight? Which stadium? You know, you know where you're going. It's not. You know.
Yeah, but I don't like Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Well, you were never gonna like it with whatever it was. So like,
Xfinity Center would have been fine. Like why Arena? Why not Center? Why haven't the Center? Why'd they get rid of the Center? It's been the Center since fucking it was built.
no, it hasn't. It was Wachovia Arena.
No, it was Wachovia Center.
Didn't it go from Arena to Center?
No, it was the first Union Center. Then it was the Wells Fargo Center, or no, then it was the Wachovia Center. Then it was the Wells Fargo Center. Then it was.
I thought it was one or two things in between that.
It started as the FU Center, First Union Center,
and then there was something else, wasn't there, before Wachovia?
I don't believe so. Hold on.
I thought I had 4 names. But I just think you're. Why does it have to be Center though?
Because it's always been Center.
So
What do you mean?
what does that mean? What does that matter?
What do you mean? What does
It's
that
an
mean?
arena. Who cares?
I don't know. I like the Center.
Okay.
This. Okay, so it started as Core State Center. I thought it started as the FU Center. It started as Core State Center from 96 to 98. Then it was the first Union Center in 98 to 2003. Then it was the Wachovia Center from 03 to 2010, and then that's when it became the Wells Fargo Center. So it's always been the Center. And now it's Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Yeah, I don't know. Arena's fine with me. I don't really care about that.
And Mike agrees with me. It was always the Center.
Yeah, I mean, he's 40. He knows he was here. I'm a man. I'm 40. Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know. I thought you would have a worse. I think you would have been more upset about Xfinity taking it.
No, because I always thought it was going to be like Comcast owns it. Like it was always going to be something to do with Comcast Xfinity. Like I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah. It was 5 names apparently.
Isn't that no? That's 4.
I'm just listen. Don't shoot the messenger.
Core State Center, First Union Center, Wachovia Center, Wells Fargo Center. Now
I'm just reading.
It was 4 prior.
I'm just reading a comment. Don't shoot the messenger. I didn't say it. I just
Either way. So you like the name? You're fine with the name, or you? Just
I don't really
care?
give a shit. I don't really give a shit.
Mike's coming out swinging.
Yeah.
This is the kind of energy we need.
You can say that though when you throw a 300.
That's true. You can throw out F-bombs there. You definitely can tell Dom to go fuck himself when you bowl 300.
You wouldn't be the first person today.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Probably won't be the last, honestly.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Wawa to take over. Although I'm anti-Wawa at this point, honestly. Not anti-Wawa, but
what's your beef with Wawa? Wawa's gone downhill.
Wawa
Let's be
has
honest.
been horrible.
It hasn't been great. The problem is they started going like fucking nationwide. Like once they started going down to like Florida and shit, you got to have some quality control. Just be a tri-state region or a tri-state thing.
I liked it when it had its 15 minutes. That was when it was its best.
You know what I missed? I missed going into Wawa and I would get a turkey panini. And the panini was fucking incredible, nice and crispy. Now if you order a panini, the bread's hardly toasted. What the hell's going on here?
You want to go back? Do you remember the milkshake machines?
Absolutely, I do.
They don't have those anymore.
They don't? I've never looked. Why not?
Dude, they've been gone for a while. Once they took those out.
Although, to be fair, like, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Those were incredible. Milkshakes, not that great.
Yeah, no, they were terrible. They weren't good. But it wasn't about the drink. It was about the experience.
I imagine the milkshakes they're making now that are behind the counter.
Not much better.
Really?
Not much better. They're better. Not much better.
Okay, fair enough.
No, the milkshakes were terrible. But it wasn't about it was about the experience.
The experience,
it was about
right.
picking out the flavor you wanted, putting in the machine.
You had to click
how
thickness
10
you want.
Yeah.
No, you have to see, do I want less thick? Do I want more thick? Or do I want
regular?
Normal?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you had to press it like 10 times because the button never fucking worked. And then it would and then it would stop and go, and then it would come down, and then you'd have your below average milkshake.
It's about the experience.
Yes,
About the
always.
experience. Oh man.
So yeah, Wawa has trended down for me. The food's not good. Only thing that's still good is coffee. But I think it would just be hilarious to see like Wawa, the big Wawa sign where the Citizens Bank sign is.
What would you call it? Wawa Field?
Wawa Park. I don't know.
Wawa Park?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that, but Wawa Center.
Wow, yeah, the Wawa Center.
Honestly, that's probably better than Xfinity.
The Wawa Center, I agree. Sheets rule.
The
I've never had
Wawa
Sheets.
Center.
I've never had Sheets.
I've never had Sheets either. I've driven by it, but I've never had it.
Never had it.
I'm sure you've driven by it. You've driven through PA a few times.
I'm sure I have. I was up to Pittsburgh before. I drove out to Michigan. I'm sure I've passed it. I've just never.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Did I go on a Sheets? Now I'm thinking about it. I might have been in a Sheets one time.
I
think
I've
I did
been in
once.
like Royal Farms. I've been in. I've never been.
Yeah, I've been in there too. I'm not all that impressed with Royal Farms.
all right.
I'll be honest. Although, if you want to talk about elite chocolate milk, go to Royal Farms.
Okay.
Elite chocolate milk. And then also, I don't know if you've experienced it. You want to talk about an experience like how Wawa milkshakes had give you the experience when you open the door to get your milk, to get your chocolate milk, the fucking thing moos at you. A fucking cow moos at you.
Oh.
Fucking incredible. It's an experience. It's an experience, Dom.
I'll have to
You have to partake.
I'll
But
have to partake in it.
not just that, the milk or the chocolate milk is elite. I don't
You
know
know
if
who
dabble
you know
with the
here's
chocolate milk
another
game, but
yeah, I sure do.
yeah,
Do you
try
know
it.
you know who had a really good chocolate milk?
Who's that?
ShopRite brand
Okay.
has a good chocolate milk. At least they used to. I haven't had
I
it.
wouldn't expect that. I'll be honest.
It's been a while, but I used to fuck up some ShopRite chocolate milk.
Okay.
So
I mean, fair enough.
next time you're in ShopRite,
I'll have to try
Dabble.
the chocolate milk. I will
Yep.
have to partake. Where were we headed with this?
the Flyers, the center arena.
Yes. All right, we
shit.
can move on from the center arena stuff. I don't care. The Flyers
Although-
and Sixers are going to be playing in a new arena in fucking 10 years anyway. Who
Although
cares?
the point that Mike brought up that I thought you were going to bring up was the fact that like do you like Xfinity Live
Live in
Xfinity-
general, the
right so
casino.
like so you can't even say I'll meet you at Xfinity. Well, you could because like if you're,
I think
if you're
people-
saying I'm going to meet you at Xfinity, you're going to go to a bar. Like
I think people are just going to call it the X. Let's go to game of the X. I don't know. Where's the concert going to be? At the X. I don't know.
yeah,
Xfinity Mobile Arena is just too much of a fucking mouthful.
yeah,
But-
we'll see.
Anyway, again, it's not going to matter in fucking 10 years or whenever that new stadium is supposed to be built. Whatever. Unless they call that also Xfinity Mobile Arena. They just like swap the names out. The Flyers get fucked in the draft lottery. They had the fourth best odds. They moved down to 6. The New York Islanders, who had the 10th best odds, move up to 1. Who got 2? The San Jose Sharks moved from 1 back down to 2.
Chicago
and
3.
Then Chicago. Is it Nashville 3?
I
Or
thought it was Chicago 3.
I think you're right. I think it's Chicago 3.
Utah
And then
4.
Utah moved from 14 to 4. Because the way it works is I guess they technically won the second lottery, but you can only move up 10 spots, is how that works. So you
Yeah.
can't move up from 14 to 2. You move up 14 to 10. Or I'm sorry, 14 to 4. And that's when the Flyers get bumped down to 6. And I think Nashville was 5. Yeah, I'm over it. I was really pissed off when it happened. I'm still pissed off. But ultimately, like, I don't know. Is it going to change much? Who knows?
Yeah. I saw some mock drafts today. I was shocked.
Okay.
All 3 of them had the same guy falling to the Flyers at 6.
Falling?
Yeah.
Are you gonna say Higgins?
No.
Martone?
I don't think. No, not Martone.
Who?
The Swedish kid,
Frondell?
Front.
Frondell? I would love Frondell. Yeah, absolutely.
All three of them had him falling to 6. Well, I'm out again. All three of them had him having to fall to 6. They're just mock drafts, like, you know. But like, I kind of feel like this happens every year though, where like, there's a team that drafts a guy, you're like, whoa, like that guy probably wasn't. Like, look at the Flyers did. I mean, I know they picked Luchenko, 12th overall or 11th,
Yep,
whatever it was.
Yep, 12th.
I mean, like, it's different than picking in the top 5 or 6, but.
Well, you saw Beckett Seneke for the Anaheim Ducks got drafted last year. Did you see his reaction when he got drafted? You didn't see this?
No.
All right, I'm gonna have to find it because it's incredible. He got drafted. I want to say 3rd overall, and even like this happens every year where big guys reach and get picked and nobody really expects. Even the player didn't know that he was going to get drafted because he was flat out shocked. Let me see if I can pull this up. Because I do think it is kind of funny to fucking watch. Let me see here. Let me pull this up. Oh, you can see that, correct?
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
We would like to dedicate our draft 2024 to Glenn Cochran and his humor years. He's one of 5 and Anaheim Ducks captain Scott.
Come on.
From the Oshawa Generals, Beckett Seneca.
What a reaction that is. Similar to mine.
What number is this?
What a moment for the Seneca family. His
I wanna
father,
say
Yuri, his mom,
3.
Candace, and his sister, Piper.
Hold on,
And that
I'll
look
go
did
back.
say.
I'll go back. Let's see if we can find it.
Making our selection.
Yeah, third overall.
former
from the video.
great-
Yeah, 3rd overall. Now, when it's that high in the draft, you kind of expect who's going to be the top 3, top 5. Like, it's not like he was projected to go 5 and went 3 because he wouldn't be that shocked. It's a guy that was literally projected to go 10 to 15.
Right.
And they kind of shocked everybody went 20 to 3, and like even the player was shocked. So like that kind of thing happens every year. There could be somebody who's above the Flyers from pick 1 to 5 that picks somebody completely off the board, and somebody else falls to the Flyers. It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened last year with the Flyers and Mitchkov, or 2 years ago. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit different circumstances, but like
yes, very different circumstances, but
like, I mean, who knows? Maybe they move up. Maybe they love a guy so much that they decide to move up. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know that it happens.
It doesn't happen in the NHL. Teams don't trade top 10 picks. They just don't, or even top 5 picks, really.
If you're picking it, if you're Utah, what if the Flyers give you 2 first-round picks, a 6 overall, and
6 and 21 or whatever their second pick is?
That could be enticing.
It could be. Definitely could be.
But
especially because you didn't think you were going to pick that high anyway. You're like the 14th best. You just missed the playoffs. Like,
yeah.
So if you still end up with 6 overall and another first round pick, like it's like, hey, we're playing with house money at that point.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. As it gets closer, I'm going to do some more draft research. There really was like 2 or 3 names I really, really wanted that like I don't think are going to be there. I've seen a couple mocks. I've seen Hagen slip to them, which I don't think is going to happen. If Frondell, Hagens, Meese, like all the obvious centers are off the board, and Porter Martone is there, I know he's not a center; he's a winger. I strongly consider taking him.
Right.
But I got to do some more research on like Caleb Desnoyers. I know a lot of like Flyers fans on like Twitter don't love the player.
Yeah.
But I got to do a deeper dive.
Even people don't like this kid O'Brien because of his last name.
Yeah, we have a we have a bad history with O'Briens.
Yeah, I mean it's not like
Hextall.
It's not like the fucking guy's name's Nolan Patrick,
right?
You know.
But they did take Jay O'Brien like in the fucking teens that one year, and he was dog shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see what is going to happen.
Yes.
And the other thing for the Flyers is the Flyers fans are up in arms about it. Matvey Michkov did not get named as a finalist for Calder Trophy, which is the Rookie of the Year. Do you have an opinion here?
I saw your tweet.
Yep,
Am I going in and out again?
a little bit. Yeah.
I saw your
You're
tweet. I mean, you've watched the other 3 rookies more than I have.
Mhm.
Statistically, I mean, like, I don't know how you can't argue. I don't know how. I there's an argument, I think, statistically, but that's just the stats. I didn't watch Hudson or Wolf or Celebrini. Right, those are the 3 guys.
Well, yeah, yep.
So
So Lane Hudson had, as a defenseman, 66 points. He tied the record for most amount of points for a rookie defenseman in the history of the league. Tied the record. He just had a stupid season. He was incredible. To me, he's the obvious winner. Celebrini had 1 less goal than Michkov, 1 more assist, same amount of points, but played 10 less games. So he probably would have passed him in goals and points.
yeah, but you can't assume that.
I think you can.
No, you can't, because it didn't happen.
Okay, fair. I mean, fair, but
But that's the stat. I mean, like the fact is there.
sure, okay, but then Celebrini had higher goal per game and point per game average.
Sure.
So it's kind of the same.
I just think
argument,
that you could, if you want to say that, like, oh well, like, he played 10 less games, so he probably would have had more. Well, Michkov didn't have a good season because of the coach. Like, I just think it's like, I think like you could use that argument then, and I think that's a shitty argument too.
Sure. And then Dustin Wolf, so Calgary just missed the playoffs. They were in the hunt till basically the last day of the season, and without Dustin Wolf, they're like at the bottom 5 team. They're not good. He single-handedly drugged them to the end of the season. He was great. So I have no problem with Michkov being 4. And I love Michkov. He's, my favorite Flyer. He's one of my favorite players watching the league. I love Michkov, but he was the 4th best rookie this year.
Okay, fair enough.
That's that's my personal opinion.
I don't have enough here to argue with you, or argue the point, the opposite point. So I'll take your word for it.
Yep. All right, fair enough. You got anything else you want to talk about? Yeah, and down to the NBA draft lottery is next Monday, right? So we'll see.
You would know better than I would at this
I looked
point.
this up the other day.
You know what? Real quick, I do have to run soon, but
yep.
Real quick, the NBA playoffs have actually been very exciting. It's what happens when stars play.
Yeah.
Fucking my favorite player in the league, Anthony Edwards. That's going to be an exciting series. So they beat the Lakers. I don't know if you saw. He beat LeBron and Luka in 5 actually. The Lakers I think were the 2 seed or the 3 seed. The 2 or the 3. He beats them in 5. Now he's going to play Golden State. You know what? There's a discussion that has to be had. If Steph Curry goes out there and wins another championship, I mean, like, with his 4th different cast, I mean, like, he already is an all-timer, but like
he's up there.
I don't know that he's GOAT,
Jordan,
but like
LeBron.
I think he's got to be in that discussion.
Yeah,
all-timer. Like, I mean, like, they look so good they could win.
Yeah. LeBron's coming back for another season, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he did that thing again where he put on Twitter, I'm not. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the Met Gala last night, but because
who gives a fuck?
Because his knee is recovering.
He didn't want to show his face of getting embarrassed in 5 games.
The first thing he did after they lost was, well, I'm gonna think about a lot of things. I don't know what I'm.
What's he thinking out of there? Here's why LeBron is going to come back next season. There's not a snowball chance in hell LeBron James is not going to milk a retirement tour and make every single game about him for the entire season.
That's exactly why. That's exactly why he's not retiring this year. and he knows it.
Right. He's going to make
It's just
he's
to
going to make
divert
known
the
end of
conversation.
the season that he's retiring. He's going to make everybody know that he's gone.
Yeah, he's gonna do it probably before the season starts.
Yep. Yeah,
So
I agree. All right, you want to get out of here?
yeah, I gotta run.
Listen, that is fair enough. We're gonna get out of here. See everybody next Tuesday. See you then.